So today we have been here since 1 o'clock. My throat is getting a little dry. And we've had 30 minutes each speaker has been in the playroom doing a interactive experience. They've also been on the main stage for 25 minutes. They've been in their own private room doing virtual sessions all day long, whether they were 5-minute free introduction sessions or paid sessions from 15 to 30 minutes long. And many of them have offered reduced show prices to continue their show offerings for sometimes up to a month, like even the whole month of August. That's somebody I heard today. And they even have some specials being offered. I know Kate was offering 15% off if you go to her website, and even Saf was offering 15% off. And I'm sure even, guys, just let us know and I can post something tomorrow in Facebook or do a message next blast out, letting people know any kind of offers you want to offer. So we've had people win door prizes all day long, valued at hundreds of dollars. And we even had a triple winner. We had 3 people pick the same number. And that was like incredible to have 3 same numbers. That's never happened in 2 years. And our next event is scheduled for the end of August. It's the last Saturday of the month. It is our anniversary month. It's been 2 years for us. We started August 8th of 2020. I started it after COVID came, and I knew that I needed to bring this to the masses. So I started planning it pretty much like end of May. And I did it in 2 months. So June and July, I pulled it together. And August 8th, we had 21 speakers. And I did one event a week for 6 weeks until I burnt out. And then I said, I can't do it once a week anymore. And I went and brought it once a month. And it's still a lot of work. It is a full-time job and a half, to the point where I have people working for me. It's a lot of work to put it out there, to manage the landing page, to do the advertising, to manage the speakers, to interview people, to train people. I love it. And it's a beautiful thing that I can continue offering this. And if you do enjoy this, please send us donations so we can keep it going. We do rely on donations. Every little bit counts. And I do this out of the love of my heart. And I'm not even a speaker on stage. I'm just the one managing all the moving parts, making sure everyone shows up and they are where they're supposed to be, and everyone's being recognized and being heard and acknowledged. So I'd like to thank Vicki for being with me for almost a couple of years. I think I brought him aboard like in the fall of 2 years ago after I started. And he's been with me ever since. He's from Pakistan. So if you ever need any help running your own meetings, he's available. And he does all kinds of other things as well. And our volunteers who supported us today, we had Michael Frumson, and we had Roy Roydin Parcell, and we also had Wanda Julian. Now, I don't know where Wanda is. Roy's asleep because it's already the next day in Australia. And Michael was tired after being here all day. So those guys left the building. So Joan Francis was with us earlier. She was incredible, from Scotland. It's already 2 o'clock in the morning for her. Sometimes she closes the place down. So, but she's tired. She left. Nina Diamond left already. Shafali from India, she's left. Carol has gone. She was here earlier. Kate is still with us. Mila is still with us. Lynn is still with us. Saf is still here. And Wanda, where is Wanda? I don't know where Wanda is.
I'm still here. I'm here, Sheri.
Where? Oh, Nina. Oh, there you are. Oh, there she is. I didn't know if that was you or a guest. Okay, cool. So let's just put that in there. So glad you're back. Cool. So I'm just gonna label you. I'll put your number 9 on there so that they know you're the speaker. And we'll
I'm here too.
Annette.
Annette. My voice is not as strong as it was this morning.
I know. My throat is gone too. Okay, so this is Stu, who's in the house. We got Diamond cardiologist. Every time I write cardiologist, they always want to autocorrect me for cardiologist. Okay, so I'm just gonna add that, and Wanda is not here. She's probably taking a break. Maybe she'll come back. So guys, what I like to do is kind of recap the day and kind of give us your feedback of anything that you've noticed, which is any common factors or any ahas or like, oh my gods, or like you had an incredible session with anybody, no names needed. But it's always like even case studies, even just like something that you changed someone's life today and it made an impact on you. So that's why, you're here today, to know that you changed someone's life. So who would like to go first of what you experience or what your feedback is? Don't be shy. Who would like a recap? What did you notice? What was any common themes? Because every month that we have different themes going on based on what's going on in the world. How much fear, how much change, how much trauma, freedom, peace, fear, self-care, transition.
I can go first because there's a lot of new healers on here, just so you can kind of understand like what we share. My voice is a little soft because I've been talking so much all day. So pardon that. I took some notes and I don't know where they are.
You have the best notes, so.
Okay, so here we go. So let's see here. In no particular order, I helped a lady. I usually, if someone says I have pain in a part of my body, I ask, what level of pain are you experiencing on a scale 1 to 10? 10 being the highest pain. She said her pain was a 9, and I got it down to a 6 in only like 15 minutes. That was huge for her. I noticed there were a lot of first timers, so I spent a lot of extra time kind of explaining things that people who have been here before would already know. And so that's why my voice is kind of scratchy, because I did a little bit of extra talking. And I was happy to spend that time because it helped me to practice the basics that you don't always get to practice because you see people over and over and they know the drill. So it's like, okay, let's just get to the good part, the healing, the feel good, the peace, and all that kind of stuff. So that was good to be able to take some time out and share some fundamental things with a few people. I had a lot of new people, new faces, so that was exciting. Here's some things that some other people said. I feel different. This is during the session or after the session. Now I know how to recognize this stuff again if it comes up. I received the information very well. Some of this stuff was heavy stuff, right? And it was okay. Age 3 was a lot of stuck energy that was very popular amongst several different people. Usually age 3, age 5, age 7, I see that come up a lot. And every single person says, I don't remember that. And that's a good thing because the body's protecting them from whatever happened to them. So we can remember something that happened to us like yesterday, the day before, or whatever. And a lot of times you don't need to know the why. You just got to release it and be open to releasing something that you don't even know even happened to you. Another lady said, a wave just came over me when I said the word go. And she's like, ooh, where'd that come from? And it felt good for her, but she was a little startled. She wasn't expecting something like that to happen. And I always ask people, do you feel any different? Do you feel anything? And usually they're like, no, no, no. And then I give them examples of other feelings that other clients have experienced. And they're like, oh, well, I felt that. Well, I felt that. And then I'm like, those are micro miracles, knowing that this stuff is already being activated and it's working. Because people like to know it's working. So I tell them, if you burp in a session, you're releasing negative energy, and that's a sign that it's working. So I used to be so embarrassed if like I would like burp or something else. And now I'm comfortable with it because it helps me to help other people be comfortable if they feel those things too. I remember in a session a few weeks ago, this girl, she just kept yawning. And then eventually she was like, okay with it. And I'm like, celebrate it. You're releasing this stuff. Somebody else said, wow, I didn't know I had that. And they were okay with it. She's like, let it go. Let's get rid of it now. Somebody else said, wow, this stuff's really interesting. I didn't know that that stuff was like related. And I didn't know that I had that inside of me for so long. So these are just like aha moments people had during some sessions with me. Most of the stuff that we released was stuff of people's own stuff, not like some stuff from an ancestor or something like that. So most of the stuff we released today was everybody's own stuff. A lot of times inheritance will come up or something from somebody else. And that's really cool because it's a whole different experience because I can't remember, I actually released some inherited trapped emotions from a woman, and one of them went back like 8 generations. And so I'm a numbers person, so I got my calculator out and my cell phone. Who uses a calculator? Slip of the tongue. So I got my cell phone out and I'm like, 26 years is one generation times 7 years. That's how long this one trapped emotion has been stuck in your family. Then if we add her age to it, then it makes it even longer. And she went, oh my goodness, this explains so much. And she was so happy because I said, not only are you helping you, you're helping every single family member that this has affected. And so it's like a huge gift to give to somebody and they don't even know it and you don't have to tell them and they just reap the benefits of it. So those are just my highlights. I've got like a whole bunch of notes here because I'm a note taker. It helps me process things and keep me centered and focused on what I'm doing. And it's also good memories to see. And I share notes with every single person that I help. So I either send them immediately after or tomorrow because I want people to understand if they were so busy, like the whole day has been crazy, they're not going to remember this, but I want them to see the benefit of something of value that they got. And then I'll say, you burped, you coughed, you sneezed. And those are miracles, little micro miracles that this stuff is working. And then I share with them just different things they said that they probably don't remember. And it's kind of another gift that this is why we're all here to help people and to give love and receive love. And a lot of people are like, well, I don't want to take extra time. What if I'm taking time from somebody else? And I said, no, receive it. This is a gift. Just receive, practice receiving. And then people were like, okay, just a few more minutes. So there were some pockets of time, probably people were taking a break, going to the bathroom, getting food. And so I was open to giving people extra time if nobody was knocking on my door. And so people appreciated the extra free minutes. So that's, if you're new, that's kind of the gist. Just give highlights, what feels good, what lit you up, any magic moments from any of the people that you helped. And not only does it, you're not only just helping them, you're helping other people who are like, darn, I wish I would have gone to that healer and spent, 5 minutes with them. So you can still do that even after the fair. And then also I had 2 sessions with 2 healers that I hadn't had a chance to talk to. And those were fun. And all I can say is everything that was said from both were like in alignment with each other. So that's really cool. So if you're a healer and this is your first time, make sure that you go and check out the other healers and get your free 5 minutes because something magical is going to happen in that moment. And you're going to make a new friend too.
Thank you, Annette.
You're welcome.
She's thorough. I mean, I don't know if I think you said you were a paralegal at one point. Were you?
Yes, I worked at a bank and I worked as a paralegal also. Yes. I think I was a teacher, a preacher, and a scientist in a former life. I know I wasn't a nun in a former life because somebody told me in a reading.
Well, you're very thorough. That's above and beyond. Because she takes notes and she loves to share how many emotions and how many people. She's on a mission. So, but we don't need such a long recap, but I was fascinated by hearing what I heard from many of you, and I try to listen from everybody, whether it's in the main room or the playroom. That's why I jump around from each person every time. That's why I don't sit on this camera the whole time. However, my throat is still dry and killing me too. So who would like to go next? Okay, Mila, go ahead.
It was fun, again, amazing to meet new people. I read cards to about 10 or 11 people. Very happy to do it. Besides 2 of the healer, we share sessions. Amazing. One of them told me that that she can see that I was vibrating, the lighting when I was reading the cards. I'm very passionate about that, and again, very happy to give clarity and healing to people for their next decisions. And I think the most rewarding thing for me is having the word back saying that I really was in point or give them some clarity. And also we have a conversation. I have future sessions, so we're going to be in touch next week.
Excellent. I've only heard good things anytime I came into the room. So good for you, Mila. You've come a long way in a short amount of time. Okay, Lynn, go ahead.
I want to ask you about your voice. What's going on?
My voice is dry from talking all day.
Can you just get some liquid into it and some honey and a little bit of tea with honey?
I will when it's over in 30 minutes.
All right.
Thank you. Yeah. Just like Annette, we're kind of running out of steam here. So,
I could go next.
go ahead, Saf, go ahead.
Cool. So today we did some laugh therapy. So I taught a couple of people what that brings, that release of stress or tension, just a new wave of feeling. I coached a couple of people with connecting and being able to receive the messages that they was feeling they was getting. A big theme that I did see in my rooms was a lot of people at that stage of knowing what they need to do, and they just want that confirmation. It's more of a, let me feel better about what I'm about to do. That's what a lot of what I've seen. Another thing that I've seen is it's a lot of anchoring, and the result from majority of those readings was just going back to who they were. And of course there was those one-offs that had particular scenarios, but big theme that I seen was not being attached to other people or other things, and finding ways to break away from that. That's the big theme that I've seen, trying to come back to singlehood and not me plus one.
And me plus me.
You plus you.
Is that what you're saying? Me plus one or me plus me?
Me plus another person, another thing, another object. You plus another fill in the blank. Just having an individual be their individual and not having other things tethered to them. There's a lot of detaching.
Yeah, I can go next if that's okay.
Go ahead, Diamond.
I listening to people, especially how many notes and stuff that she taught. I was sitting here thinking and saying, I wish I could do these things that people can remember afterwards and have so many, eloquent things to say. But I had to think about it because you were talking about a paralegal and all of those different things. And I said, I guess being a social worker, I try not to absorb things. I try not to keep things with me. So when I finish, I'm finished. So when I try to bring it forward, it's like, the detachment of it. And when she said all of the things that she did, it made me see the correlation between the two. I don't want to carry, my job. I'm retired now. But for all of those 30 years of working in that trauma, I didn't want to bring it home. So now I'm sitting here thinking about that, how I can be, how I can connect more and maybe, bring these things forward. Because I find that I try and I'm like, why? Why can't I take the notes? Why can't I remember the things? And I think it goes back to that training that I had as a social worker to detach, right?
Do you record your sessions with people on Zoom? You don't have to do nothing.
If they ask, I do, but not normally, no. Normally I don't. If they want a recording of something, I do, but normally I don't. I record my classes, that I teach. I have hundreds of hours of those things, but if someone asks for a recording, sure, I will, but I don't record myself. Just to say I record myself. But it just gave me something to think about on how I can look at it differently now, where I was trained to not carry all that trauma and to look at it differently, to retain some of the things. So I appreciate this. That really did give me some clarity.
But Annette's being the scientist right now. That's, that's how she's documenting, because she's, she wants to see how many, what the common emotions are and how many countries in the world and how many emotions does it take to get unblocked. She's got this whole,
I know.
thesis that she's going to do probably one day.
But that's dope. That's pretty. I was sitting here listening to her and I was like, that's pretty. I had to document at work, and it's like I'm anti everything that has to do with work. And maybe I shouldn't be that way. It's like you had to document. So now, I keep notes and stuff when I'm coaching and stuff like that for sure. So just a different way of not being so
Anti-documentism. Anti-documentism, I just heard. I don't know if there's such a word, but when you had to do it so much, you never want to do it again.
Yeah.
Sammy has her hand up.
Go ahead, Sammy.
Hi. So I just wanted to really just say thank you very much, Sheri, and everybody that has joined in. I just can't thank you enough for having this. It just means a lot, what I'm going through right now in my life, and just, to give some hope and some inspiration. And I just, all the gratitude, all the love to everybody. So, and I wish everybody well along their healing journey, whoever had with readings or didn't have it or is going to have it in the future. So whatever it may be, I really appreciate it. And I just want to say thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you for being with us and trusting us and sharing your day. You can be anywhere. And I hope you got a lot of value out of it, and please support everybody and support us. And we will see you again next month. And hopefully you're on your way and not in your way now, right?
Yeah. No, I definitely learned a lot. And I also learned about kind of any gifts that you have, that's what that can help you through what you're going through. So I just kind of amazing what happens, and, when you're open to the energy, that's what the energy comes and flows how it needs to flow. And whatever it may be, that's what. So I wish everybody the best, and thank you for letting me speak. And everybody's a winner. I just want to say that.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, you won a prize today, and you said you never win. So congratulations too, right?
That was unusual. So, but I wish everybody the best, and looking forward to that. That's what. So with Kate, thank you.
Welcome.
See, you're
Thank
about to
you.
go on the winning streak. So
Yeah, well, somebody did win the lotto. One person won that jackpot.
Oh my gosh.
one person like in Illinois, I think.
Oh,
Of course.
it wasn't me.
The chance was 1 in 350 million that they won.
That's beautiful.
Imagine that. So somebody's happy
Beautiful.
tonight. All right, thank you for joining us, Sammy.
Thank you.
Sheri, you're welcome.
Well, I can go. I think I enjoyed today. It was my first time being part of this event. And I thought everything was run really well. And I've just really enjoyed just everybody that I met throughout the whole event. Annette was just jumping in and helping out, like in the breakout rooms and getting us all talking and communicating. So thank you for that. You know, and it just, to me, it was just, there was just such a high vibe and high energy, a very hopeful energy today. And I know with the people that I met and I was working with, the trend that I saw, there was so many toxins that came up for multiple people, releasing toxin after toxin after toxin. And to me, it's just a sign that, you know, they're in a high energy flow area, letting those go, finding those old toxins and releasing them. So not only was that a trend for releasing, it's also an indication that people need more hydration. And they need to continue to hydrate to continue to release toxins naturally on their own. But that was just a big trend with my sessions, as well as some subconscious energies. There was a lot of broadcast messages that I released today, which is kind of when you have a trapped energy in your body that's sending out a message like a radio signal. And there's all different types of messages, and they're usually very negative. But when we can release those, we did some positive repatterning where we added in a new positive message. So I love this work because we release the negative, but when we are able to have the ability to put in a new positive message, now that person has a new strength going forward because they're communicating subconsciously in a positive way as well. So it was just a really totally enjoyable day, and I was thrilled to be a part of it and thrilled to meet the people that I did. And I just feel like what an amazing group of people are attracted to this event, from healers to people looking for that clarity and that support and that healing. So I just really enjoyed it and enjoyed meeting all of you.
Thank you, Kate. So it's interesting, toxins came up. Was it environmental toxins?
All
More?
kinds of toxins, truly a lot of food toxins, environmental toxins, and electromagnetic toxins, which are things from like cell phones and computers, electrical fields, radioactivity. So a huge variety of toxins affecting people right now and just needing to come out.
Well, because we've been stuck behind the toxin for 3 years here, right?
Yeah.
Looking at it, on it, in our head, in our ears, in our face,
Yep.
filling ourselves with toxins. Okay, who would like to go next? Lynn?
I really can only just say that something very magical happened, but I can't talk about it. But it was an extraordinary moment. I've been asked not to speak about it. And I'm figuring out the structure finally of what we're doing. And it was wonderful, Sammy, working with you and with the few people I did work with. That's all. Just I'm very grateful. And my nose is dripping. And thank you so much, Sheri. And we need to cut down my bio, I think.
Yeah, we will do that. We need 75 words.
Right.
You can do it. So when your nose drips, does that mean anything?
It just means that I still have some kind of response to the air. You know, I take curcumin and all sorts of things, but I do have a response to the air sometimes, and that's how it happens.
Oh, Okay, I didn't even know that we had a problem today.
No, well, it just started about 5 minutes ago. It's very strange. The night air somehow is something.
Is it about it just starting? We have two emotion ladies right here. What's that about?
You're releasing something.
I think
wa-
so. I
I
think so.
want to say it's good because you had a good session and you're like, I can't say all the details. So you're
No, I
releasing,
agree. I agree.
you're releasing some energy for her through yourself. So I think it's a good thing.
I don't think it's a bad thing. I agree with you.
Yeah.
It's just even, and I do that kind of release a lot. It's just when that happens, it's still gucky and I have to,
Yeah. it's not-
have to deal with that. Yeah, because I'm like sniffing and sneezing. And yes, I do think I feel really, really let down right now and have during this day. I feel really, I only had a few people, which surprised me, but I really found the structure I wanted to use with everyone. And something is happening in my own throat lately. So that's good. It's like, it's a powerful time. Meanwhile, my calendar is quite free because when I heard a few months ago, when you own yourself as a healer, everything will change. And so suddenly the calendar is almost empty. So anybody who wants a session, let me know. No. Okay, and Diamond, I love talking with you.
Thank you. Me too. That was, yeah, we had a good conversation. It was very empowering.
And I loved seeing these the entities that you moved out of, what are we calling them? The kind of the junk that you were moving out of people. I can't remember. Kate, that was really extraordinary how fast you did that, how you just moved it.
Thank you. It's
Because
beautiful.
I never have known a healer that was working with what you're working with. That was also interesting and exciting. Everyone, thank you for the night. Thank you, Sheri. I mean, this would be enough for me to do every month, but it's only one of the 20 things that she is doing.
That's enough. You show up, Lynn. You're doing great. And congratulations again on your client's first prize placement.
That was remarkable. But she is remarkable.
So a Diamond's living her best life. It's not a job, it's a passion is what you're living, Diamond, right?
Absolutely. Retirement is all that is chalked up to be. It's amazing.
So when you came and shared before, you were just kind of sharing about how you were admiring the notes that Annette took and saying how you you recognize that you gave up note taking because you didn't want to take your work home and deal with anyone's caseload, basically. So what else did you find throughout the day that you wanted to share with us from the people that you saw? I know you missed the first part. You did come in the second part. You had an hour.
Yeah, my internet, I don't know what's happening with the internet, but it has definitely been interesting. But just observation, I'm always in the center of everything. And just being able to be a fly on the wall, it's worth it to me. I just want to absorb and learn, people out here in the world living inside their truth. Can you imagine that we could be in so many different countries and now we get a chance to see a glimpse of it and see that thousands of miles away, they're light workers. So I'm just sitting here like a fly on the wall, absorbing all of the amazing energy and just being so grateful, because the old adage, what they said, that if I find one worthy person, I'll save the earth. I think we're saving the earth, right? So yeah, just sitting here absorbing that it's real important because we're doing the work.
We are the light workers. So if anyone's listening right now on replay, come join us. We always have open rooms. It's a rotating door. People are not always available every month. And there is an application process and an interview. And then you can join us on board. I like to be able to have the proper amount of time to do marketing, to get you out there and get you on the banners and on the website and everything that I do to market this event. We had 186 people that registered the last I looked. So, you know, today is a weekend, things are changing. It's summer, school's going to be starting pretty soon. Energies are strong. People are, you know, no air conditioning, too much heat, too much water going around. So every month this changes. So we kind of go with the flow. Who did we not hear from? Nicole, did you want to say anything, or Marjorie?
Yeah.
Yep.
So I'm a client of Annette now, and I'll tell you that she is amazing when we're doing our sessions, how she's typing on the computer and looking up, yes, this is a trapped emotion. Yes, it's trapped emotion. Yes, it's this muscle that we can't even tell the name of the muscle in my arm, in my shoulder that it was. And we were removing the trapped emotions from this particular muscle. And she's on the computer the whole time, and then releasing, and she's amazing at it. And yeah, I had a 5 minutes with Kate. I said I'm loyal to Annette, so I'm not changing. But we had a great time, and I had electromagnetic toxins, food toxins. And it's funny because I live next to a power line, and a satellite tower is right outside my building. And she picked up on that. And yeah, if I wasn't with Annette, then I would say I'm changing, but I'm and then
You stick with Annette.
Diamond.
She's awesome. You stick with her. It's okay. She's amazing.
and then talking with Diamond, just, you know, about people do the best that they can do with what they know. And when they know better, they do better. And sometimes we might not see it in this lifetime them doing better. Or sometimes there was another lady who had some childhood loveless relationships with her mother. And her mother came around after she had her children. And she said that then her mother was able to feel love. And then her mother was able to feel love for her, but she had never been able to do it for her whole childhood. And so, you know, just listening to people's stories, and she did my card, and my card was so right on. And it's telling me that when I'm 52, things are going to be looking my way, and I'm going to be stepping into my power. So I'm working on it. And everyone had good energy today. Good intentions, a lot of love, a lot of kindness, a lot of compassion and heart. And I think, you know, that's why I always keep coming back every month. And I want a door prize with Mila this time. And so I'm looking forward to that.
You always win, Nicole, and you are loyal. She's pretty much been with me ever since I started this. And she
I knew you before you started it, when you were just talking about it.
Well, I've known you way back when I was at the church at Perpetual Life, and you, everybody.
I was a hot mess. I was telling someone today that you worked on me, and I was such a hot mess of energy that you had to go and get energy work done on you by someone else just after working on me. And that you told me you'd never known anyone that had so many medical problems in your whole entire life.
Yep. She is a walking medical history. She's a
walking miracle now.
Yeah, medical miracle. And you know, time to tell people about, you know, your successes and share it already. You know, every time, you know, I watch every month to month, whether you're laying down or sitting up, and I see your energy shift. Today it's very strong. Your energy is very clear. You're happy. I can feel it. You're not depleted, and sounds like you made some good, clear decisions. So you feel very confident right now, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, finally. Now, if she would only start teaching.
She's diamonds giving me till I'm 52.
How many more years is that?
Well, January I turned 52.
Oh, we got 6 months. Okay, get
Mhm.
or less.
Get working to it.
Yeah, girl. I gotta listen to my recording from Diamond. That's right. She gave me some direct dates. That's pretty cool, though.
I think she meant 52 times 2, Nicole, not just
Ah.
52.
Nah.
She's the number lady, so times it by 2.
Marjorie, would you like to share anything? You're muted. I know you've been with us all day. We can't hear you.
Time. No?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Yeah, I was saying, I think this is my first time.
It is?
I'm not even sure.
You look
Because
so familiar.
I've been on your Facebook page for quite some time. And you've had other events that I have participated in, but I think in this venue, this is my first time.
You're from Florida?
I live in Pembroke Pines. Mhm.
So you've been to my event?
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
I swear you look familiar. So you came to Yoga Source when I was out in Plantation?
I think so.
Yeah, at the big yoga studio.
Yeah, you've been at this for some time. Yeah.
Good. So she's local, right near Mila.
I'm local, right.
Mhm.
Yeah, I had some really powerful, timely messages from some of the readers. Wow, really helping me make some great decisions as to my next step on my spiritual path. And they're all very accurate, very on point. And I do have to follow up with a couple others because there's some areas of interest to me that I need more clarification on. So I will be doing some more follow-ups. And I also had some revelations about the toxins. I had no idea I was exposed to so many toxins. So it's going to take some real redressing of some areas in my life regarding my food, my emotions, my location, who knows? Yeah, but it was very good. I didn't get to see everyone because sometimes I went in the rooms and no one was there. Then I went back to the main room, but it was enough. It was enough to give me the answers that I was looking for. So I'm moving forward. Thank you, ladies, all you ladies who gave me these readings, and you will be hearing from me. And so is staff as well.
Staff, ladies and gentlemen. So she's been coming to my events for a long time. I used to do this in person, everybody.
Mhm.
Yeah, had big events. It was like a festival. Sheri's Freak Show, they used to call it. Yeah, everybody was unique. We had a lot of characters in the room, but it was a blast. So let's see, we're at 9:53, and I know I'm hungry. I'm sure many of you are hungry, and we're ready to stretch and close out. Is there anything anybody forgot to say or wants to say? Any teaching points, any ahas, any call to actions? If you have any thing that you have going on, any specials, any classes, any programs, etc.
Yes.
Go ahead, Lynn.
First of all, Nicole, I forgot to honor you and mention you. Her voice I had no idea you had any physical problems. You were so strong in what we did together. So that was wonderful to see. I have an Eventbrite coming up on August 1st. Change your life, change your voice, change your life, change the world. And it's by donation. And you can go to Eventbrite and find it under that title, Change Your Voice, change your life, change the world.
But it's probably under your name, isn't it?
It's under my name as well, sure. But the titles are usually easier to find. Lynn Singer, yes. So I'd love you to all come on and learn more about
What
your
time of
course.
day and when is it? Did you say?
Oh, sorry. It's August 10th. It's Saturday, 1 to 2:30. You can connect to me directly if you want to do that as well.
Okay.
I put my email right here into the
And her website, LS.
at lsvoiceworks.com, a new website which was done with one of our people here, Kiana Del Reed, which is beautiful. It's really beautiful. I've had lots of websites done, and this has been the best. Her color sense is gorgeous. So I recommend her to you.
Right. So you can put anything in the chat. Who else has something to offer? Go ahead, Kate.
I'm for the entire month of August. Anybody who books a session on my website, which is Rebalance with Kate, will get $15 off their session when you use the coupon code Healers Network. And that's all one word, Healers Network. And that's for the month of August. So take advantage of that promotion.
Thank you, Kate.
Healers Network gets in the checkout.
Yeah, when you go to check out, it'll say, do you have a coupon? And you click yes, and then you put Healers Network, all one word, and that'll give you $15 off if you do this in the month of August.
Okay. Cool.
I'll say that that exercise that Lynn had us do, where you pushed your pelvis forward and leaned back and leaned over, and then she had us lean forward, and I got my back and I had my hands on the floor and I was grounding myself through my hands and my feet. And now I feel so freaking energized that I don't want this to stop, because I'm like, what am I going to do with all this energy now? Normally I'm asleep at like 8 o'clock at night.
I can hear it in your voice.
Now my chakra's like open and I'm like, okay, what are we going to do now?
You'll
Write
get used to it.
Write a book. Write a book
Send
tonight.
the energy
Nicole.
on for tomorrow. Send it on for tomorrow and the next day so that you keep it.
Channel. Yeah, channel. Just let it come through. Just write. All it took was doing a little movement, and here you are writing a book in one night.
Yeah.
It's very funny.
You can actually talk your book out. You don't need to write it. You can dictate it. And just talk, because now you're
And the phone.
Yeah.
Use your phone. Just talk to yourself. Talk to your best friend. Let it all out. Flows easier when you use your voice. Lynn knows this.
Oh, for sure. It's really wonderful to talk it out, because you learn so much about yourself when you're doing it. And you really, I think it's better even than writing. I do it all the time. You really move through the issue, and it's exciting. And it's all through your body when if you let it be, and walk while you talk, and answer your own questions, and talk to yourself while you're doing it. What did you mean? No, that's not the way I wanted to do it. I want to do it this way. It's a lot of fun too.
When you voice record yourself rather than typing, you type and then you get writer's block. If you talk, it doesn't matter. And then you just replay that, and you take the best parts.
Yeah.
What do you record into? What app?
Well, I have a Samsung, so I have an app on my phone, built into my phone. You could just go to Google Play Store and just find an app that allows you to record your voice.
Okay, I have to.
So a lot of writers do this. They don't write. They talk to themselves like it's their best friend, and then they replay it and have it be app type it all out for them. It saves time and stress and energy. And then you just go back and edit it. So you can just talk. I talk to myself all the time in the car. I get a thought. I just voice talk it to me. Then it sends to my text, and then I replay it later. If you're in a noisy area, there's going to be lots of background noise. So that's not a good idea. It needs to be in a quiet space. I have so many talk messages, and then I go back and listen to them. And I learn so much about myself. I get really good ideas.
Yeah, because you get a good idea, and then you're like, I should write that down. And you're like, no, I'll do it later, and then it's gone.
I'll be at a red light. I just talk to myself. Boom. It's just a short 20-second message.
They
The
also
next
have
thing-
apps that dictate as you talk, so it
Yeah.
writes it out.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
writes it out.
You talk it, it types it out, and then I think some of the apps like email it to you. So you're
Mhm.
saving that extra step, and then you just go back and wordsmith it afterwards.
I know somebody that can create an ebook with it once you have it in a manuscript in a Word doc.
That's a great
Sheri,
idea.
you know someone who can do everything.
I do. I'm Sheri the connector. Sharing Sheri. I love to share and I love to connect people. I could do it all day long. But that's why I'm looking to start a mastermind and get together women and men that are looking to step into their power, have clarity, work together, do, breakout sessions, a little, whatever my coaching or teaching tool might be that week. So I'm looking to bring together anywhere from, 10 to maybe up to 50 people and try to have a gathering of like minds of people that are on the same path that need to express and say yes to themselves and get out of their way.
Oh, that sounds just what I need.
Good. And it's very affordable. And it's going to probably be once a week for an hour and a half. And I'm taking names. I'll put you down, Nicole.
Yeah, that sounds what I need.
Great. So if anyone's listening on replay, get back to me. I'm building my list and I'll let you know. I'll be starting it probably this month in August. Also, let's pray for me because I'm still in limbo with my location. Trying to negotiate the lease, and 3 times she said she sent it yesterday and I never got it. So really wondering what's going on with communication between yesterday and today. A lot of disconnect. I was like, really, the Mercury, the Gemini, what the hell, or what's it me? But so just hold on to our seats because I might have to move in the next 48 hours. And every time I ask Saf, and he keeps pulling these cards and he's like, fresh start, walk away. And I'm like, ah.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't want to move.
I remember when you moved to this place and you were looking to go to yoga, that yoga guy that was a rat. I told you he was a rat.
Shush, 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 shush. Quiet.
Anyway,
Quiet.
This is live.
Shush. It's live.
No one knows who he is. But anyway, but then she found the place that she found and she's very happy there. For the
So
time.
just putting it out to the universe, if anybody has a place, I'd like to have my own door, my own hours. I prefer my own location. I have a retail shop now, 200 square feet. I prefer to kind of have that space because I have a lot of stuff at this point. I got 2 massage tables and I got furniture and all kinds of stuff, but I can probably get rid of half of it.
Where
And
are you exactly?
I'm in Dania Beach. I'm near the airport in Fort Lauderdale.
Okay.
So that's where I'm at. Putting it out to the world. As my Saturn is going in retrograde.
Oh my gosh. Mhm.
Yeah.
And I remember telling you when you were looking for this place that you were going global. Yes, I did. I said you were going global and you needed to start thinking globally.
Before the Zoom thing?
Before you moved into that place, when you were moving there, I said, start thinking globally.
Yeah. I can easily save a lot of money by getting rid of my brick and mortar and be like the rest of the world and be virtual. But I love, working hands-on and feeling energy and having interaction, or else I
Oh
don't
no,
know.
you don't have to give up being personal, but you just wanted to go global. Like now you're global. You've got people from all over the world. You got the Scottish seer and the Roy, and you have Bhavna and
Shafali,
yeah,
Angela, yeah.
Now you've gone global.
Yeah, well, that means every one of us right now are international. Okay. So if you haven't had any international speaking engagements, this is considered international, and we are international healers, intuitives. And so now, I remember when Annette started and she got her first client from across the world, and she's like, I'm now international. Like, yeah.
It's funny, my first international client was from Canada, so it wasn't too far away. It just felt really good.
That's so
why
funny.
That's why I started counting states and countries, because I want to activate that and magnify it. So someone can make fun of me for counting all my numbers, yet if you want your money to multiply and your clients to multiply and just feel good from helping so many people, you got to quantify it in some way. And so that's my space. That's my joy. I just, never thought I would love numbers. Numbers have energy, right? Your thoughts have energy. Everything has energy. So if you want to create more energy, then why not focus on, joy, peace, love, the number 22 or whatever brings you joy, focus on that to magnify it.
Yeah, I was just looking at your name, and your name is powerful. Did you do the numerology on your name?
No, so that name's gonna go away soon because I'm getting married, and that Moore name, that was my daughter's dad's name, and he's recently passed. And I've been holding on to that energy like a long, long time. We got married when I was 18. I did a survey probably about 10 years ago. Hey, should I keep my name? And everybody said, yeah, why change it? And I feel like it has some negative energy still attached to it. And I've been releasing a lot. So, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I've had this like my whole entire life. And so my fiance said, well, hyphenate. And I'm like, oh, that just means more letters. Annette Marie Moore takes up a lot of space already. I am going to do a session with Jen about my Akashic records. So she said she would do my birth name and my soon to be married name and kind of compare, because that's going to be like the whole me. So that's going to be exciting. Has anybody done Akashic records with Jen?
So
I did Akashic records with who did I do it with?
Angela?
Yes, Angela.
Okay.
And it was amazing.
Yeah, I went to one of Angela's events too. So I told my fiance that we do the Akashic records together. That way he can get, his Akashic records and then also get mine. And then he can also see what my results are going to be using his name with Annette. So that's going to be like amazing. Wow. I'm going to get a lot of really hot topics on that. So
guys, we have one more person who just joined us, Rhonda King. However, it's 8 after 10, and I want to just honor the time because some of you might have to go, and we can stay here and talk like we always do. We have an after party. And so if anyone's listening now, the party's not over yet. Sometimes we're here till 1 o'clock in the morning, but I need to throw some food in the oven and stretch a little bit. But I know Nicole's not going anywhere. She's too
off on fire.
No,
Lynn's got all that energy stuck in my sacrum, like opened up like a volcano. I mean, it's like
we gotta turn down your sound, man. You're
okay, Nicole, let's write your book right now, girl.
Ground it, Nicole. Keep grounding it.
She's wound up. Oof.
Keep grounding it, Nicole, and it will save for tomorrow.
Yeah,
All right.
save some energy.
I'll
Oh,
put my feet on the ground again.
save it for tomorrow. She needs it for tomorrow. She's so cute.
That
Well,
was good.
you guys are
Good night,
adorable.
all. I have to go.
Thank you,
Good
Lynn.
night. Thank you so much.
Lynn. Thank
night.
you,
Night,
Lynn.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Diamond.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
Mila. Thank you, Annette. Thank you, Saf. Thank you, Vicky.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sammy,
Thank
for
you.
being here, Rhonda. Everybody who's been participating today, all the volunteers, all the speakers, as well as all the guests. Thank you very much. Great time to end at 10:10.
Ooh,
So thank
magic
you,
number.
everybody. Magic number. Thank you, everybody.
Thank
We're just
you.
gonna end the live so Vicky can go to sleep. Thank you.
Thanks, Vicky.
Thank
All right.
you.
Ugh.